Please tell me your name.
Thursby Pierce.
Sir, you're here in 21 CT 1621AO, charged with DUI, property damage, or personal injury. I've reviewed the probable cause affidavit. There is probable cause in this case. I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you. This charge qualifies for PTR. Does the state object?
No, Your Honor.
All right, sir, I'm going to place you on pretrial release. But I'm also going to impose a $500 monetary bond. Your conditions of bond are you're not allowed to drive without a valid driver's license. You're not allowed to possess or consume any alcoholic beverages. You'll be subject to random alcohol screens. Are there any other conditions the state would request?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Good luck, sir.
Thank you.
All right, we'll come back to him.
Thank you. So before the court at this time for an arraignment for an alleged violation of probation.
Good morning. Please tell me your name.
Speaking to the mic.
Hi.
What's your name?
Kevin, that lady got me out on bail. She dumped me into the house. She dumped me out.
All right, are you Stevie Wilson?
Yes, ma'am, yeah.
Good morning. You're here in case number 21MM1461AO. The charge is trespass on property after warning. I'm going to appoint the public defender's office to represent you, sir.
Yes,
Your
ma'am.
Honor, we would ask for a ROR. My client's been deemed incompetent, January 11th, 2021.
All right, what says the state?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, sir, at this time, I'm going to release you on your own recognizance, and I'm going to take no action on your out on bond cases, okay? So I'm not going to revoke your bond. But while you're out on bond, you're not allowed to return to, where is this? Greater Orlando Aviation Authority? Oh, the airport.
Don't never go out there to work.
All right, Mr. Wilson, you can't go back to the airport. You understand me?
Airport there.
Don't go back to the airport.
And if I ever come back to Florida,
Thank you.
just come on Greyhound. Don't never come through there.
Okay,
you,
don't
Your
go
Honor.
back there. All right, good luck, sir.
Move. Come on. This way.
Thank you. Please tell me your name, sir.
Gregory Sproul.
All right, you're here in 21MM1467AO, charged with trespass on property after warning. There is probable cause. I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you.
I couldn't find that one. Do we have an offer?
I'm sorry.
That's the one I couldn't find.
The offer in the case is an adjudication, credit time served, and no return.
Just a moment.
Yes.
Thank you, Your Honor. We're going to accept the state's offer.
All right, Mr. Sproul, please raise your right hand to be sworn.
Swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, sir, you understand that if you enter a plea of guilty or no contest this morning, you're going to be giving up your constitutional right to remain silent, your right to testify on your own behalf, your right to call witnesses, to appear at a jury trial when one is required, and present any defenses that you might have. We're not going to have a trial here today. Is that what you want?
No, I don't want to try.
All right, so if you enter a plea of guilty or no contest, I'm going to sentence you today. Is that what you want to do? All
Yes, ma'am.
right, you understand if you're on probation, this plea could violate that probation.
Yes, ma'am.
You understand if you're not a United States citizen, this plea could subject you to deportation.
Yes, ma'am.
Has anyone threatened you or promised you anything to get you to enter this plea?
No.
All right, at this time, how do you wish to plead to the charge of trespass on property after warning?
No contest.
All right, sir, I'll accept your plea of no contest. I find it's freely and voluntarily made. I'll adjudicate you guilty, give you credit for
2 days.
2 days in jail. I'll also order that you have to pay court costs, sir. I'll give you a year to pay the court costs. And I'll order that you're not allowed to return to Lake Eola Park. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck, sir.
Your Honor, Pablo, refuse court.
Oh, case number 21 CF 2443. I'll appoint the public defender's office. There is probable cause, counselor.
Yes, we'll waive, Your Honor.
All right. Bond is $1,000. No, not allowed to possess or consume any illegal substances or have contact with any known drug dealers.
Judge, we have no objection to PTR.
He doesn't qualify.
Is that because he was not interviewed?
I don't know, I just have that he doesn't qualify.
Sorry. I said, I showed it was because he was not interviewed.
Yeah, he wasn't interviewed.
Is that because he may have been on Facebook, so if they did interview him, we'd have no objection.
All right, I'll order that if he qualifies for pretrial release, he can be on pretrial release with the same conditions. Otherwise, his bond is $1,000.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, counselor.
Matthew
I'm sorry?
Parisi bonded, Your Honor.
PTR if qualifies. I'm sorry, hold on. Go ahead.
Mr. Parisi bonded.
Okay? Bonded. Next, I have Mr. Herron.
He's mental health, Your Honor.
All right, this is several cases. All right, 21 MO 264, disorderly conduct. There's probable cause. I'll appoint the public defender's office.
We'll waive, Your Honor.
21 CF 2414. Aggravated battery with a deadly weapon and resisting without violence. There is probable cause. I'll appoint the public defender's office. Bond in that case is $3,500 on count one, $100 on count two. He's not allowed to have contact with the victim, all witnesses in the case, and he's not allowed to return to the scene. He's not allowed to possess a weapon of any kind, firearm, or ammunition. And then 15 CF 5346 and 15 CF 5725 are both violations of probation with no bond at this time. I'll appoint the public defender's office in all cases. Please tell me your name.
Ready to Costa, Your Honor.
You're here in case number 21 CF 2459AO, charged with battery and kidnapping, false imprisonment. No, I'm sorry, false imprisonment. I'm going to appoint the public defender's office to represent you. I do find probable cause exists in this case. Ma'am, do you wish to testify this morning?
Well, not necessarily.
Okay. This qualifies for pretrial release?
The kidnapping, it's really false imprisonment, Your Honor.
Right, it's false imprisonment, that qualifies?
Yes, Your Honor, because it's not a PBO.
What says the state?
We have no objection to PTR, with no contact with the victim, no weapons, no firearms, no drugs, no alcohol, maintain separate residences.
All right, that is what I'll order. Sir, you're not allowed to have any contact with any victim in this case or the witnesses. You understand what no contact means?
I do, Your Honor.
It means no electronic communication. You can't call on the telephone or send a message through friends or family. You understand?
I do.
I'll order that you maintain a separate residence. I'll allow a one-time return with law enforcement to gather your belongings, but you can't talk to the victim in order to go back to gather your belongings. You understand? I'll order that you're not allowed to possess a weapon of any kind, firearm, or ammunition. You're not allowed to possess or consume alcohol or any illegal substances, and you'll be subject to random alcohol and drug screens while you're on pretrial release. Do you understand? Good luck. Thank you, ma'am. Please tell me your name.
Kimberly Gansky.
All right, you're here in 21 CF 2447AO, charged with aggravated assault and battery domestic violence. I'm going to appoint the public defender's office to represent you. Sir, do you wish to testify?
Yes, I'd like to.
Please raise your right hand to be sworn.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
State, you may inquire.
Yes, can you please state your name and spell your last name for the record?
My full name is Richard Salvatore Taylor. My last name is spelled Taylor.
And Mr. Taylor, how do you know Kimberly Gaskin?
It's my wife.
Are you afraid of her?
No, I'm not.
Would you like for her to be allowed to have no hostile or nonviolent contact with you while this case is pending?
I would like to have contact with her.
Were drugs or alcohol related to this incident?
No.
If something happened in the future, would you call the police or 911?
Yes, I would.
And do you have any fear or concern for safety with the child?
No. She's a great mother.
I'm sorry?
She's a great mother.
Okay, this defendant qualifies to be released without having to post a bond. Do you have any objection to that?
No, I do not.
No further questions?
Does the defense wish to inquire?
No questions, Your Honor.
All right, thank you, sir. I appreciate you coming today.
Yes.
You can stay there if you want
Okay.
until we're done with this case.
Okay.
All right, at this time, ma'am, I'm going to place you on pretrial release. Special conditions are that you are only allowed to have peaceful contact. Do you understand what peaceful contact means? You can't even raise your voice. You understand that? You're not allowed to possess a weapon of any kind, firearm, or ammunition. Were there any other conditions the state requested? There's no alcohol or drugs involved.
No, Your Honor.
All right, good luck, ma'am. Thank you, sir, for coming.
All right, thank you.
Good luck. Please tell me your name.
Jenny Mar Pizarro Garcia.
You're here in case number 2016 CF 5744, charged with violation of conditional release. I'm going to appoint the public defender's office to represent you. There is probable cause. Your bond in that case will be $500. You're not allowed to have any contact with the victim or any witnesses in the case. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
In case number 21MM1458AO, you're charged with assault, dating violence. I'm going to appoint the public defender's office to represent you in this case as well. There is probable cause. Your bond will be $500. Again, you're not allowed to have any contact with the victim or any witnesses in the case. You're not allowed to possess a weapon of any kind, firearm, or ammunition. Are there any other conditions the state would request?
Yes, Your Honor, on that violation of conditional release, that's a hold for, because she's on parole.
Oh, she's on parole?
Yes. I don't believe
There will
that's
be no bond in that then. All right, so at this time, I'm sorry, in case number 2016 CF 5744, you'll have no bond. Your attorney's going to have to file a motion in front of the trial judge in that case. But you're still not allowed to have a contact with any of the victims or the witnesses, even while you're in custody. You understand?
Okay, my boyfriend, he was gonna come today, but we didn't realize that he was allowed to because of COVID, because, you know, everything's usually closed, or you need permission prior to going places. Is there any way that he could, like, call or go to the courthouse to try to remove this?
He can talk to the state attorney. The state attorney's office is who's bringing the charges against you. So he can call the state attorney's office and make a statement to them.
Okay,
Good luck, ma'am.
thank you.
Thanks for catching that. Please tell me your name. You're here in case number 21 CF 2460AO, charged with battery, domestic, by strangulation, and battery domestic violence. I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you. There is probable cause. Ma'am, do you wish to testify?
Yes, ma'am.
Please raise your right hand to be sworn.
You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
State.
Can you please state your name and spell your last name for the record?
My first name is Joyce, and my last name is Rivera, Rivera.
And how do you know the defendant?
He's a coworker.
Are you afraid of him?
No,
Would you like contact with him?
no.
Do the two of you live together?
For a little over a month.
Currently, you reside together? Do you want him to be allowed to return to the residence?
To get his belongings.
Okay, so one time with law enforcement just to remove all of his items?
Yes, ma'am.
Were drugs or alcohol related to this incident?
Yes.
Was it both or one of the
It
other?
was just alcohol.
Alcohol, okay. And if something happened in the future, would you feel comfortable in calling the police or 911?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you so much.
Does the defense wish to inquire?
No, Your Honor.
Ma'am, I need you to state your name one more time. The court reporter wasn't able to hear it.
Joyce
Joyce what?
Rivera.
Thank you.
Your Honor, we would ask for no contact with the victim, maintain separate residences, no weapons, excuse me, no firearms, no alcohol, will at the court, in the court's discretion, the bond amount and one-time return with law enforcement to collect his belongings.
Sir, your bond is going to be $5,000 on count 1 and $100 on count 2. You're not allowed to have any contact with the victim. Do you understand what no contact means? That means you can't call her on the phone, you can't send a message through a friend or contact her on an internet app, no contact at all. You're not allowed to possess a weapon of any kind, firearm, or ammunition. I'll order that you are now required to maintain a separate residence. I'll allow a one-time return with law enforcement officers to gather your belongings, but you still can't have any contact with her to make that happen. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
You're not allowed to possess or consume any alcoholic beverages. Is there anything else?
Your Honor, yes. Can I inquire one more of the victim?
Yes.
You said you were coworkers. You guys physically work close to each other?
So I work 7 to 3 and then he works 3 to 11. So he comes in after me. So we don't really see each other, probably like for 2 minutes, and that's about it.
Or I just want to make sure that they are able to, he's still able to work and so can she without them having contact.
Right. So what that means is if you're coming in the building and she's leaving the building, wait till she leaves and gets in her car before you walk by her. Don't risk having any contact with her at all. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good luck, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Good luck.
Thank you.
Your Honor, Butler, his behavior.
Thank you. This is case number 21MM146380, battery domestic violence. I'll find that his behavior is a willing waiver of his appearance in court today. There is probable cause. I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent him. His bond is $500. He's not allowed to have any contact with the victim. He's not allowed to possess or consume alcohol. I'll order that he has to maintain a separate residence. I'll allow one-time return with law enforcement to gather his belongings. He's not allowed to possess a weapon of any kind, firearm, or ammunition. Please tell me your name.
Jeffrey Gaines now.
Thank you. You're here in 21MM145380, charged with battery, domestic violence, and battery. I'm going to appoint the public defender's office to represent you. There is probable cause in this case. He qualifies for pretrial release. What says the state?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, I'm going to place you on pretrial release, but I'm also going to set a monetary bond on count 1. It's $500. On count 2, it's $100. Conditions of pretrial release, you're not allowed to have any contact with the victim or any witnesses. Do you understand what no contact means?
No.
All right, you're not allowed to possess a weapon of any kind, firearm, or ammunition. You're not allowed to possess or consume an alcoholic beverage, and you will be subject to random alcohol screens. Do you understand?
No.
All right, good luck.
CRB is the boy. So she got PCR plus bond, yeah, it's CRB. CRZ is no bond, you know.
Yes. Please tell me your name.
State your name.
What's your name?
Jasmine Huey.
All right, you're here in case number, 21MM122AW, charged with battery domestic violence. I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you. There is probable cause in this case. Sir, do you wish to testify?
Yes.
Please raise your right hand to be sworn.
You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
State.
Can you please state your name and spell your last name for the record?
Jackson Derrickson, Derixson.
And Mr. Derrickson, how do you know the defendant?
That's my fiance.
Are you afraid of her?
No.
Would you like for her to be allowed to have no hostile or nonviolent contact with you while this case is pending?
What does that mean?
Meaning not raising her voice, not yelling, but she can still talk to you?
Yes.
And see you.
Yes.
Were drugs or alcohol related to this incident?
No.
Has anything like this happened in the past?
Maybe once. Yeah.
Did you call the police in that incident?
Yeah, the police got caught in that incident. Yeah.
Okay. And were drugs or alcohol related to that incident?
No, ma'am.
If something happened in the future, would you feel comfortable in calling the police or 911?
Oh, yeah.
No further questions, Your Honor.
All right.
Does the defense wish to inquire?
No, Your Honor.
You're fine. May we stay here one moment, Your Honor?
Yes.
Nothing further from the state, Your Honor.
And why does she not qualify for pretrial release?
She has an open case, Your Honor, from out of state, like it was a recent arrest on February the 1st for domestic violence and endanger life or health of a child.
All right, at this time, your bond is $500. Sir, thank you for coming. I appreciate your testimony here today, but at this time, I'm going to order that you're not allowed to have any contact with him. You understand what no contact means? You're not allowed to possess a weapon of any kind, firearm or ammunition. Do you live together?
Yeah, I was gonna ask you a question because we actually came together. So like we can't have no contact. I don't know how I'm gonna get back home.
Do you live in Illinois?
Yeah.
Your Honor, we would just, are you the same victim in the open case in Illinois?
Yeah.
Oh, no further questions, Your Honor.
I'll tell you why I'm ordering no contact at this time. It seems like you might be escalating. That concerns this court. When you say, sir, that you came together, did you drive here from Illinois?
Yes.
Your Honor, he does state that he's willing to call the police if anything like this occurs in the future.
Just like he's had to do twice in a month, counselor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Where's the child?
The child is with her mother right now at the hotel.
With whose mother?
Jasmine's.
Your Honor, could we do no hostile contact in separate residences? I'm not sure how we could.
Enforce it in Illinois?
Correct, Your Honor.
Your Honor, if Your Honor does a bond and adds PTR, even though he can be allowed to, he won't qualify.
She has the open case.
She doesn't qualify
Because
because
of the open case, oh, I was gonna say.
it's an open case currently for DV.
Can I inquire of the victim again, Your Honor?
Yes, please.
If something happens in the future and we give you the number to the state attorney's office here, will you give that number a call?
Yes, ma'am.
That means if any violence, any escalation, any drugs, any alcohol, or any weapons are used against you, you will call us?
Yes, ma'am.
No further questions, Your Honor.
All right, here's what I'm going to do then. I'm going to allow you to have peaceful contact with him. That means you can't even raise your voice. If you do, and he calls the police, your bond will be revoked and you'll be right back in jail. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And when I order that you're not allowed to possess a weapon of any kind, that includes mace and pepper spray. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. I'm allowing peaceful contact. Sir, you want her to live with you now?
Yes. I feel like it was just a misunderstanding. I think she learned her lesson. I don't think it'll happen again.
All right, then I'm.
She's really a good person. She's a great mother. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just want her back home. I want her to know that, like, this can't happen no more. Because if it happens again, this time I'm done. I just want her to know that.
All right, so what I'm going to do is at this time, I'm not going to order that you maintain a separate residence. But if she even raises her voice, you call the police. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
You understand, ma'am? All right, I'll allow her to return to Illinois.
All right, I need a quick question. Where would I pay her bond at?
So I can't give you any legal advice, and you don't have to bond her out. She needs to contact a bondsman. That's between her and a bondsman.
Okay.
Her attorney can help her figure that out.
All right. Thank you.
You can go to the first floor window.
Oh, first floor window? Okay, thank you.
Good luck. Thank you, sir. Please tell me your name.
Name's Lee Knapp.
You're here in case number 21MM1464AO, charged with battery domestic violence. There is probable cause. I'm appointing the public defender's office to represent you. He qualifies for pretrial release. Does the state object?
No, Your Honor.
All right, sir, I'm going to place you on pretrial release. You're not allowed to have any contact with the victim. Do you understand what no contact means?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I'll order that you maintain a separate residence. Do you currently live together?
No, ma'am.
All right. So there's no reason for you to return there, so I'll say you're not allowed to return there.
Will you allow him to return back to Texas, Your Honor?
Yes, I'll allow him to return to Texas. You're not allowed to possess a weapon of any kind, firearm, or ammunition. Good luck, sir.
No, it's for her.
Please tell me your name.
Annabelle Alwani.
You're here in case number 21MM14658O, charged with battery domestic violence. There is probable cause. I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you. Sir, do you wish to testify?
Yes.
Please raise your right hand to be sworn.
Swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
May state inquiry, Your Honor.
Yes, please.
Can you please state your name and spell your last name for the record?
Alonzo Lawani, Lalwani.
And Mr. Lawani, how do you know the defendant?
She's my sister.
Are you afraid of her?
No, ma'am.
Has anything of this happened in the past?
Not with me.
Were drugs or alcohol related to this incident?
No.
Do you guys live together?
Yes.
If something happened in the future, would you feel comfortable calling the police or 911?
Yes, ma'am.
And would you like her to continue to be allowed to live with you while this case is pending?
Yes, ma'am.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Does the defense wish to inquire?
No, Your Honor.
All right, thank you for coming. At this time, ma'am, I'm going to place you on pretrial release. Special conditions are you're allowed to have only peaceful contact with the victim. Do you understand what that means?
No.
You can't even raise your voice. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I'm going to allow that she can return back to the residence. You're not allowed to possess a weapon of any kind, firearm, or ammunition. Are there any other conditions the state would request?
No, Your Honor.
Good luck, ma'am. Thank you for coming, sir. Please tell me your name.
Eric Rodriguez.
You're here in case number 21MM14548O, charged with battery domestic violence. I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you. There is probable cause in this case. Ma'am, do you wish to testify?
Yes.
Please raise your right hand.
Swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
State.
Can you please state your name and spell your last name for the record?
Melanie Negron, last name Negron.
And Mr. Negron, how do you know Mr. Rodriguez?
He's my husband.
Are you afraid of him?
Yes.
Were drugs or alcohol related to this incident?
Alcohol.
No further questions, Your Honor.
I'm sorry, did she say yes or no?
She said yes, she's afraid of him.
Yes, but to the drugs and alcohol?
Yes, alcohol.
Yes, okay. Does the defense wish to inquire?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you, ma'am. At this time, sir, your bond is $500, and I'm going to place you on pretrial release. Special conditions are you're not allowed to have any contact with the victim. Do you understand what no contact means? That means no electronic communication, no phone. You can't send a message through a friend. No contact. You understand you're not allowed to possess a weapon of any kind, firearm, or ammunition?
Yes, ma'am.
You're also not allowed to possess or consume any alcoholic beverages. You'll be subject to random alcohol screens. You're not allowed to return to the residence. Well, I'll order that you maintain a separate residence, and I'll allow a one-time return with law enforcement to gather your belongings. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Are there any other conditions the state would request?
No, Your Honor.
All right, good luck, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Yes,
I just have one question.
just get close to the microphone.
Just one question for you.
Yes,
I understand the no firearms thing that you just stated to me.
yes.
My job requires me to carry a firearm. How would I have to go about that?
What's your job?
I work as an armed security officer. So how would I be able to go about that?
My only question would be, can he leave his weapon and only have it while he's physically at his job?
Is there a place you can leave it at work?
Matter of fact, my supervisor, him and I are very close. I can always leave it with him, and he can bring it to the office, and from there I can go to work from there.
So I'll order that you're allowed to possess it while at work and only for purposes of doing your job. So you can't put it in your car and bring it to your new residence.
Yes, ma'am.
You
Perfect.
understand? Okay. Good luck, sir. Please tell me your name.
Deontay Walker.
You're here in case number 21MM123AW, charged with assault, domestic violence. There is probable cause. I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you.
We have a blank criminal history, so we don't know if she qualifies or not, Your Honor.
I have that he qualifies for pretrial release.
Me too.
We have literally no criminal history, so.
I have arrests, aggravated assault with a weapon, and battery DV, but I don't have convictions. Does the state object to pretrial release?
No, Your Honor.
At this time, sir, I'm going to place you on pretrial release with special conditions. You're not allowed to have any contact with the victim. Do you understand what no contact means?
Yes, ma'am.
You can't call her on the phone, you can't send a message through friends or through an app, nothing. You're not allowed to have contact with any of the victim's family members. You're not allowed to return to 3424 Meadow Breeze Loop. You're not allowed to possess a weapon of any kind, firearm or ammunition. Are there any other conditions the state would request?
No, Your Honor.
And I'm going to order that you're not allowed to be within 1,000 feet of the victim. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Good luck, sir.
What about my things, Your Honor?
You have things at that residence?
Yes, ma'am.
Then I will allow a one-time return with law enforcement to gather your belongings.
Thank you.
Good luck. Please tell me your name. You're here in case number 21CT1619AO, charged with driving while license suspended. There is probable cause. I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you. Your bond is $500. Sir, you can't drive without a valid driver's license. You understand? I'm sorry?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. He's out on bond in case number 20CF136818AO. It's a possession of cocaine with intent to distribute.
Your Honor, the state would ask you to take no action on that. He was arrested back in November, and we have not made a charging decision on it yet.
All right. Based on that, at this time, I'll not revoke your bond in that case. Good luck, sir. Please tell me your name. Oh, all right. What's your name?
Teresa Sajo.
All right, you're here in case number 21CT1622 and 1623. You're charged with driving under the influence and refusing to submit to a DUI test. Do you have an attorney? All right, I'm going to appoint the public defender's office to represent you. There is probable cause in this case. Your bond will be $500 on count one, $100 on count two. She qualifies for pretrial release.
Your Honor, we would ask for straight pretrial release. She only has one misdemeanor. Never mind, Your Honor. Sorry. Sorry.
But she qualifies?
Yes, she qualifies, Your Honor.
We would just ask for a monetary bond, Your Honor.
Not pretrial release? Even though she qualifies?
Well, Your Honor, based...
No objection to straight PTR.
Oh, okay. Yes, Your Honor, we would ask for straight pretrial release.
All right, I'll place you on pretrial release. Special conditions, you're not allowed to drive without a valid driver's license. You're not allowed to possess or consume any alcoholic beverages, and you will be subject to random alcohol screens. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, good luck.
I have a name of a bail bondsman to contact that a friend of mine told me to tell them that they would guarantee the bond. Am I going to have a bond or?
So I placed you on pretrial release, which means you don't have to post a monetary bond.
Oh, okay. 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 Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you very much.
You have next, Your Honor?
I have arraignments next. Angel Alvarez.
Medical, Your Honor? That's my fault.
All right, that's case number 20CT7417. Counselor, he's represented by your office in this arraignment on a no motor vehicle registration.
Your Honor, we'll enter a plea of not guilty.
Division 63.
Division 63 pretrial conference, April 8th at 1 PM in 12C. Brandon Valentin, medical.
20CT303. Counselor, he's represented by your office as well.
Your Honor, we'll enter a plea of not guilty.
Pretrial, Division 81 pretrial conference, March 26th at 9 AM in 4E. Lisa Carl, medical.
21CT1359. It's a DUI and already represented by your office, Counselor.
We'll enter a plea of not guilty.
Division 63 pretrial conference, April 8th at 1 PM in 12C. Alexandra Mendez Rivera, medical.
21CT1411, represented by your office, Counselor.
We'll enter a plea of not guilty, Your Honor.
Division 62 pretrial conference, April 12th at 9 AM in 9B. Eric Martinez Marquez, medical.
21CT14418. It's a driving while license suspended. I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent him.
We'll enter a plea of not guilty, Your Honor.
Division 83 pretrial conference, May 12th at 1:30 in 6C. Lauren Miller, medical.
21CT1415AO, represented by your office, Counselor.
Your Honor, we'll enter a plea of not guilty.
Division 84 pretrial conference, March 15th at 9 AM in 4B. Jose Antuna, medical.
Wait. I don't have that. Oh, Eddie Perez.
He bonded.
Oh, okay. And then next I have Guillermo Bruno Santiago.
He's medical.
21MM1332AO, represented by your office, Counselor.
We'll enter a plea of not guilty, Your Honor.
Division 80 pretrial conference, April 20th at 9 AM in 9C.
That's all the arraignments I have. Please tell me your name.
Jeffrey Waller.
Sir, you're here in 21MM1462AO, charged with trespass on property after warning. Does the state have an offer?
Yes, Your Honor, could I have a moment? Okay, Your Honor, we're gonna accept the state's offer of an adjudication of guilt, credit for time served, and no return.
Please raise your right hand, sir.
Swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
All right, sir, your attorney just told me that you want to enter a plea today. You can put your hand down. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Sir, I noticed that you're shaking.
Dude, yeah, no contest.
All right. Okay, hold on a second, sir. Let me ask your attorney a question. Were you able to talk to them ahead of time and talk about the plea form?
No, Your Honor, because we did the rocket docket, I didn't
Okay.
have a chance.
I just wanted to know. All right, sir. Is that better? You're sitting down?
Yep, much better.
All right. So you understand that if you enter a plea of no contest today, you're going to be giving up your right to go to a jury trial and your right to remain silent, your right to call witnesses to testify on your own behalf. You're going to give up all those rights.
Yes.
And I'm going to sentence you today.
Yes.
That's what you want?
Yep, yep.
And you understand if you're on probation, this plea could violate that probation?
On what? Probation?
No, I'm not saying you are.
Oh, no.
Anyone who is on probation, I have to tell you, if you are, this plea could violate that probation.
Yes, yes.
I also have to ask, if you're not a United States citizen, this plea could subject you to deportation. Do you understand that?
Yes.
All right. At this time, sir, how do you wish to plead to the charge of trespass on property after warning?
No contest.
I'll accept your plea of no contest. I find it's freely and voluntarily made. I'll adjudicate you guilty, give you credit for
2 days.
2 days in jail. I'll order that you pay court costs. I'll give you a year to pay your court costs. And I'll also order that you're not allowed to return to the Embassy Suites on Pine Street. Do you understand that, sir? Yeah. Okay. Good luck.
I didn't.
Yeah, I'm not appointing them. No, I'm not. Thank you. Please tell me your name.
Timothy Dwayne Lyman.
You're here in case 21MO269, charged with disorderly conduct. And sir, there is probable cause. Does the state have an offer?
Yes, Your Honor, it's a withhold credit time, sir.
It's mental health.
Are you interested in accepting that offer from the state today?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. I need you to raise your right hand to be sworn.
Swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, sir, so you understand that if you enter a plea of guilty or no contest today, you're going to be giving up your right to remain silent, your right to testify on your own behalf, your right to call witnesses at a jury trial when one is required. You're going to give up all those rights today. You understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you understand that if you're on probation, this plea could violate that probation.
Yes, ma'am.
You understand if you're not a United States citizen, this plea could subject you to deportation.
Yes, ma'am.
Then at this time, how do you wish to plead to the charge of disorderly conduct?
No
No contest?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll accept your plea of no contest. I find it's freely and voluntarily made. I'll withhold adjudication and give you credit for
2 days.
2 days in jail. Sir, I have to order that you pay court costs, and I'll give you a year to pay them. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck, sir.
Walton is mental health, Your Honor. Walton.
All right, 21MO270. There is probable cause. I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent him.
We would just ask for a ROR, Your Honor.
No objection.
All right, I'll release him on his own recognizance at this time. Are you waiving his appearance?
Yes, Your Honor, we'll waive.
Yes. Please tell me your name.
Cameron Barnett.
All right, you're here in case number 20CF12434AO, charged with violation of a condition of pretrial release. A warrant was issued for your arrest. The bond on that is none. In case number 21CF2453AO, you're charged with possession of MDMA. There is probable cause. I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you. Your bond on that charge is $1,000. You're not allowed to possess or consume any illegal substances or have contact with any known drug dealers. Do you understand? All right, good luck, sir. Please tell me your name.
Josh Camacho.
Tell me your full name.
Josh Camacho Moses Camacho.
All right. You're here in case number 21CT1618, charged with no motor vehicle registration. There's probable cause. I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you. Your bond in that case will be $500. In case number 21CF2458AO, you're charged with possession of cocaine and possession of cannabis under 20 grams. There is probable cause there as well. I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you. Your bond is $1,000 on count one, $100 on count two. So you're not allowed to possess or consume any illegal substances or have contact with any known drug dealers. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck. Please tell me your name. What's your name?
Liv Charles.
You're here in case number MM2000383 for a warrant was issued for your arrest out of Polk County for failing to appear on a violation of injunction against repeat sexual or dating violence. Your bond on that is $2,000. Case number MM20296. Another warrant was issued for your arrest, also out of Polk County, for failing to appear on a violation of injunction against repeat dating violence. Your bond on that is also $2,000. In case number 21 CF 2457AO, you're charged with possession of cocaine, possession of drug paraphernalia, and possession of cannabis under 20 grams. I'm going to appoint the public defender's office to represent you. There is probable cause in this case. Your bond will be $1,000 on count 1, $100 on counts 2 and 3. You're not allowed to possess or consume any illegal substances or have contact with any known drug dealers. Do you understand? I need you to answer out loud.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we'll contact Polk County and let them know that you're here, but you have a bond in both of those cases. So if you're able to post it, you can bond out.
Okay.
Good luck. Please tell me your name.
Denver Randall Freeman.
You're here in 21 CF 2452AO, charged with possession of synthetic cannabinoids. I'm going to appoint the public defender's office to represent you.
Yes.
Your Honor, we would just ask for an ROR in this case. He is living in a halfway house. My client is unemployed at this time, and due to it being a drug charge, I believe it was a rolled blunt or something to that effect, Your Honor. We would just ask for a ROR.
State has no objection, Your Honor.
All right, sir, I'm going to release you on your own recognizance at this time, but you can't possess or consume any illegal substances. You understand that?
Yes, ma'am, I understand.
All right, good luck.
Leave your mask on. There you go.
Just one moment. Please tell me your name.
Vernon Demetrius Hackney.
All right, sir, you're here because a capias was issued for your arrest in case number 2020 CF 8339AO, alleging or charging that you failed to appear for a case management conference on a charge of petty theft with 2 prior convictions and trespass in an occupied structure. Your bond on count 1 will be $1,000. On count 2, it's $500. That's what's on your capias. I can't adjust that at this time. I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you. Good luck, sir.
Eric Furlow, behavior, Your Honor.
Behavior?
Yes, Your Honor.
Your Honor, I discussed with the state, I have no information.
Do you have one moment, Your Honor, on this case?
Yes.
You have it?
Well, let me call the case, then I'm going to appoint the public defender's office. Let's do that first. So in 20 MM 371AO, the capias, I'm going to appoint the public defender's office to represent him. His bond is $1,000 on each count on that capias. And then in case number 21 CF 2461, I'm also going to appoint the public defender's office to represent him.
So, Your Honor, we have this is a co-defendant case. So I'm trying to find, it looks like the co-defendant is, the co-defendant is 2021 CF 2324 AO. So I'm trying to see if I go to the clerk's site on that case, the affidavit to issue arrest warrant for that co-defendant mentions this Mr. Furlong. Furlong? Yes, Mr. Furlong in that affidavit.
All right, while you do that, we're going to pass this case for now and we can come back to it. And then if we decide we need to readdress it tomorrow, we can do that. But I'll pass it for just a few minutes and see what she can come up with.
Print it out.
Okay, that's fine.
All right. All right, this is case number 21 CF 2449AO. Criminal mischief, larceny, petty theft, burglary of a dwelling or a structure, and possession of burglary tools. Counselor, I'm going to appoint your office. There is probable cause in this case.
Yes, we'll waive, Your Honor.
All right, his bond is $150 on count 1, $100 on count 2, $5,000 on count 3, $150 on count 4. He's not allowed to return to the scene or have contact with the victim or any witnesses in the case. Are there any other conditions the state would request in this one?
Yeah, Your Honor.
All right. Please tell me your name.
William McClish.
You're here in case number 21 CF 2450, charged with attempted burglary of a conveyance and fraud impersonating someone with intent, unlawful possession of 5 or more identification cards. I'm going to appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you, sir. There is probable cause in this case. Your bond will be $1,000 on count 1, $150 on count 2. You're not allowed to return to this scene. You're not allowed to have contact with any victims or witnesses in this case. Do you understand what no contact means?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm sorry?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, oh, I lost my mask. Hold on. Oh, he's gone. All right. Please tell me your name.
Jackie Ponder.
Sir, you're here in 21 CF 10350. It looks like a warrant was issued for your arrest for failing to report within 30 days on sex offender reporting requirements. Your bond is going to be $1,000. Sir, you understand that you have sex offender reporting requirements and you must continue to maintain those.
Yes, ma'am. He told me.
All right. He's got 3 cases for which he's out on bond. 2 of them are failing to register or report on his sex offender reporting requirements. And 1 is criminal mischief and battery domestic violence. At this time, sir, I'm going to revoke all 3 of those bonds. Your attorney needs to file a motion in front of the trial judge. And I'll appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. Good luck, sir. Please tell me your name.
Oh, Ronnie.
All right, you're here in 21 CF 244580, charged with possession of methamphetamine. I'm going to appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. There is probable cause in this case, sir.
State has no objection to an ROR in this case, Your Honor.
I'm going to need some reasons for that, Counselor. Looks to me like he has a lengthy history, several convictions, lots of them are drugs.
The possession of meth, Your Honor, is going to be a flight risk. He last failed to appear in 1997, so we believe that he would appear at any future court dates.
Does the defense have anything to add?
Yes, Your Honor. In addition to the fact that this is not a violent crime and my client does have a stable job.
Where do you work, sir? Does that mean you operate large equipment?
I run saw. I'm a groundsman.
A saw
Yeah, I run a saw.
that is potentially very dangerous
Yes. All right.
while under the influence of an illegal substance?
Well, I don't.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm not asking you to answer that. I'm just more making those points for the attorneys to hear because they're asking the court to release you on your own recognizance. These are the things that concern me. I see that you have several convictions. Some of your convictions are for other substances. However, this is not a violent offense. And you just told the court that you have a job. And it looks like your last failure to appear, was it in 1997?
That's what I'm showing, Your Honor.
All right, so if I release you on your own recognizance, sir, you're coming back to court when the court orders you to do so? All right, at this time, I'll release you on your own recognizance. Sir, you can't possess or consume any illegal substances, you understand? And also, it's probably dangerous to do that if you operate a saw anyway, so just make sure that you come to court when you're ordered to do so. Good luck. Please tell me your name.
Ron Taylor.
All right, a warrant was issued for your arrest in case number 21 CF 2463 for carjacking with a firearm. At this time, there's no bond authorized on that warrant. I'll not be changing that. You're not allowed to have any contact with Brady Smith or Tracy Smith. Do you understand what no contact means? No phone contact. You can't contact them through their computer or send a message through friends or family. So he has an out on bond case, 20 CF 12709. At this time, I'm going to revoke your bond on that. I'm appointing the public defender's office to represent you, and they'll file a motion for you. Good luck, sir.
Thank you.
The name? I'm sorry, and that was Jerome Taylor. Thank you, sir. When I came in this morning, you weren't here, and I thought, you left us again?
Judge,
One moment, counselor.
yes, Your Honor.
We got to go back to a case, and
Yes, that's the case.
yeah, we got some more.
B. Logger, what happened? Glosser? Thank you. I'm sorry, B. Glosser. That's B.
Jose Antuna. That's the one that you called, I believe, Dexter, that I didn't have.
Yes, Your Honor. He was medical.
Okay, 20 MM 8469AO. Counselor, your office represents him. He was here for an arraignment.
We'll waive and enter a plea of not guilty, Your Honor.
Division 81 pretrial conference, March 26th at 9 a.m. and 4E.
All right, now, were you wanting to go back to this one or something else, Counselor?
Furlong.
Okay, so Derek Herlong, several case numbers, but significantly, case number 21 CF 2461. What were you able to find?
Your Honor, on that case, it's a co-defendant case with 2021 CF 2324. It's filed under seal in the clerk's office, so the court would have to see it. But it looks like that's the co-defendant. His name is mentioned in that one. I don't know if that's enough for the court to hold at no bond, because again, it's sealed at this point. So either court can read it and then tell us, and if not, we can just request 24 hours to reach out to OPD to get his specific affidavit to issue warrant, because we don't have it in our system. The case is not actually even open in our system yet. We have the co-defendants, but not Mr. Herlong's case.
All right. Then I can recess for a few minutes and see if I can go see it. So court will be in recess for a few minutes.
Your Honor, we would need to also review it if you could, because
I think the court had to determine if they're willing to unseal it to allow you to.
To see it?
To see it, because
Okay.
it's been filed under seal. And I don't know the answer to that.
Okay.
Let me see what I find. I'll come back. Sorry, I don't know how long this will take, but I'm guessing maybe 15 minutes or so. We'll see.
And I don't know if maybe Teresa as well can reach out to OPD to see if they can provide the court with the warrant. They'll probably be quicker than, you guys have backdoor channels that we don't have.
All right, it might be. So court will be in recess for about 15 minutes.
Thank you, Your Honor.